Okay, everybody, let me know how I sound. Testing out this new joint. I see Mr. Doc in the chat. I see Texas in the chat. What's goody? Hope everybody's having a very good Thanksgiving. I already had my Thanksgiving meal. I hope all of y'all had yours. I wanted to get some predictions for Saturday's fights. You guys kind of already know how I feel about it. About to crush some homework and listen to some Ring IQ. What it do, country? What it do, Brandon? I wanted to do a little live tonight. As y'all could tell, I took most of the day off. The episode I uploaded earlier, I did it yesterday. Was off most of the day. Y'all tell me how this new mic sound. I told y'all the other one conked out, so I decided to spend a little more for a better mic. I still gotta wait for the XLR cables to come in, so it's not actually hooked up to the soundboard. It's hooked directly into the laptop. Sounds good, oh Oscar. Sounds good. Does it sound better than the other one? Because this one is supposed to be better than the other one. A little bit more expensive, but the sound on my end, I could tell that it is a much better microphone. I could just tell by how it sounds on my end. The setup is a little bit different. What it do, pound for pound, King Cervecero, que lo que manín. Ya tú sabes, el country. And yeah, I wanted to get everybody's thoughts on Saturday's fights. There's a lot of good fights on Saturday. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to review Ergashev. I still haven't given him a look, but a lot of people are telling me that I should. And I'm going to give him a look. I'm going to see what Subriel is up against. The weird thing is that I saw that Ergashev said that he plans on retiring, win or lose. That even if he wins the IBF from Subriel, he plans on retiring. I don't know if he's going to keep his word. A lot of boxers say a lot of things before a fight, and they don't end up doing that. So we'll see what it do. In any event, yeah, we got Charlo versus Benavidez, and I'm gonna be real with y'all right now that I'm not even gonna touch that fight. I'm not even gonna make a prediction. I'm not, because Charlo don't look right, and he don't look right to where now you can't trust this dude. This supposed to be a walk in the park for you, but you don't look right, and you ain't fought in 2.5 years. So right now, Jose might actually want it more than you do. He might be more match fit than you are right now. So I'm not even going to touch that fight. My confidence level in Jermall Charlo is at an all-time low. I do not trust you, bro. You got to show me on Saturday that you still got it. Because looking at him, he don't look right. He look like he 3 years older than his twin brother. That's how he look. He look like he 3, 4 years older than Jermell. So I don't trust him, man. I am not trusting him right now. Toby, what it do? SK, what it do? Yeah, maybe one day. I'm not in a hurry. Appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you for the input. Because this is a for those that aren't aware. Our old buddy, our old microphone, he conked out. The XLR wire is actually what conked out. I'm pretty sure that the mic still works, but it wasn't a very good mic anyway. You can tell by the sound quality that this is a better grade of microphone. I have some XLR cables on the way. Right now, this microphone is not actually hooked up to the soundboard. It's actually plugged right into the laptop. So, and I'm just giving it a test run. I'm just giving it a test run right now. Oh, shout out. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Oscar. Appreciate you, bro. Happy Thanksgiving, Jules. And to this, the best YouTube channel in the Milky Way galaxy. You ain't had to do that, bro. You ain't had to do that for me. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We are going to open up the chat to the panel. We are going to discuss Saturday's fights. Most of you already kind of know how I feel about Benavidez and Andrade. Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron, I'm going to put in my official prediction for that fight tomorrow, but I want to get everybody else's thoughts. I'm going to put in my prediction tomorrow. I thought about it really, I thought about the fight a lot because I just kept wondering what exactly can Katie Taylor do differently in the second fight when The reason she beat you is because she's bigger, younger, and stronger than you are. And it's not like that changed from one fight to the next. So, what can she actually do to win the rematch? And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna have those conversations tonight. We got 80 people in the building. Look, can I get 80 likes? Because we got 80 people watching right now, just joining us. Can I get 80 likes? Edwin, what it do? Jules, I'm looking forward to Katie versus Cameron. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a great fight. I was watching it earlier. I was watching the first one to refresh my memory. And it is what I thought it was, that when Katie Taylor started out that fight, she started out retreating and trying to box from the outside, trying to work off the counter. And the problem with that was Chantel is a little taller and a little longer. So you can't actually box her from the outside. And while she's applying pressure, behaving like a pressure fighter, you should not be behaving like a pure boxer. Because what's the pure boxer's kryptonite? Pressure. There's a reason that Katie started winning rounds when she stood her ground, stepped into the pocket, and put punches together. There's a reason that that worked, and it's because that's how you have to fight a pressure fighter. You can't run from them. You gotta take it to them. So we're gonna get into all that. Shout out to my man, the boxing fan. Happy Thanksgiving, Ring. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I hope all of y'all had delicious turkeys and stuffings and mac and cheeses and pumpkin pies and all the good stuff. And we gonna get it on. We gonna get it in tonight. I do want to start off. I do want to start off light. I want to read the room, and I want to see how people are feeling about Charlo versus Benavidez. I want to see who's feeling confident enough in Jamal that they actually think he still got it. Because I said it. I don't trust him. I do not trust him. He don't look right. He literally looked like he 3 to 4 years older than his twin brother. That's how bad he looked. His attitude is crazy. His energy is crazy. And I don't even know if he got it to I don't know. I understand Jose Benavidez is not a real middleweight. I understand that he got shot in the leg and that leg don't be moving right. But I also understand that if you don't want to be there, if you don't want to be in that boxing ring, it's going to show. And Jamal, I don't know, man. I don't know. So let me start off with Country. Country, what's your trust level?
Oh,
Of
I don't trust Jamal at all. I got Benavidez winning this thing.
so you really got him like for a big old upset.
I don't know if he'll knock him out or anything like that. But I just don't see Charlo winning. I don't, because Charlo's not, his head's not right. He's been inactive for all these years, and even in some of the interviews and the press conferences, he ain't looking right. I'm sorry. I mean, until he proves me wrong, I don't see him winning.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to the boxing fan. David will be stuffing Andre on Saturday. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Boxing nerd, what's your confidence level in Jermall Charlo right now, man? You think he still got it to beat Jose Benavidez, or are we looking at a real banana skin here?
I just want to say my opening statement is Boots is the greatest of all time, and along with that, I say that Jamal Charlo has maybe a 50% chance of walking out the ring. Remember when who was it? There was an African heavyweight that was tearing through the
I
heavyweight
remember
division.
he was there. I think he was there to fight Fa, right? It was that
Epic.
one.
Yes, yes. So you remember he walked out the ring because he wasn't getting paid. Jamal's gonna walk out the ring because his mind's not there, right? So I feel like in the seventh or eighth round, you're just gonna see Jamal walk out of the corner and away straight to a mental hospital. Thank you.
I mean, to me, he looks like a guy. He looks like a guy who is kind of like hungover. That's what I see on him. That I don't know what he's been doing all this time. But I just get the sense that it's a substance abuse thing. That it's not some psychological shit per se. It's that this dude's probably been using different types of drugs. Maybe he been drinking a lot of alcohol and shit like that. So that's what I'm thinking it really is, that this guy's body is not actually fit to fight right now. He's not
Right,
fit to fight.
right.
And
That's what I'm thinking.
and this is not like going to work where you could go through the motions, where you already know everything you got to do, so you could just go through the motions. This is not the kind of job where you could do that. This is fighting. It's going to be a man opposite the ring of you that for the next 36 minutes, he is going to try to punch you in your face. You do have to want to be there. You do have to want to do something about that. And I don't trust him. He don't look right. He looked like he just got over the flu or something. Like I was watching a press conference. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this dude, man. But he don't look right. And damn, dog, if his first loss comes at the hands of Jose Benavidez, wow.
Your career is done. Your career is done if that's the case.
At that point,
Jose,
he just retire and never box again.
Pretty much.
yeah.
But the other angle of it is too that look at how much. Did you guys catch what he said last week? That if he takes care of business with Jose, he's going to campaign as a super middleweight moving forward. So that then means that the WBC has kept this man middleweight champion all this time just so that he would never come back to the division.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the slap in the face.
That's ridiculous. Like you could have them 2.5 years that you was trying to help him keep that belt. You could have let that go to Adames or somebody, man, and the belt would have been in circulation. People would have been fighting for it. Instead, you doing him special favors just so that when he does come back, he has no intention of going back to middleweight. You can't make it up, bro. You can't.
That's disgusting. That's almost 3 years of no activity for the WBC 160-pound belt. Not to mention he was an email champion. Let's not
Yeah,
forget
he
about that.
was. He
Jamal
was.
was an email champion. And
If
he
if we're
only
gonna
held
call
that
a
email
spade a
championship.
spade, and listen, boxing nerd, I don't even like to call people that, right? Because it's just a part of the process. But if we're
Yeah.
gonna call a spade, you right. If we're
Mhm.
gonna say that this guy is an email champion, right?
Mhm.
Jamal is an email. You didn't beat nobody for that belt. You
Yep.
didn't beat
Yep.
nobody.
Yep. That's a fact because Canelo relinquished it after he was done dirty by the I. Well, wasn't it? That's why he left De La Hoya, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because he wasn't informed about the IBF.
He blamed them for that shit basically, and it's a fairly cut and dry matter. People just choose to be obtuse about it. But what really happened, it's not just that Canelo adopted Sergey as a mandatory, it's that Sergey was overdue as a mandatory. Remember that Gennady Golovkin had to cut a deal when he was still IBF champion. He had to cut a deal to sidestep Sergey so that he could fight Vanez. At
Yeah.
first, the IBF warned him, yo, you better not fight Vanez, bro. That dude is a junior middleweight and he ain't fought in a long time. So they cut him a deal like, all right, look, we'll let you fight Vanez. We'll let you do it, but you got to take care of this dude. Then they let him sidestep him again to go fight Canelo. No. Was that how it happened? No, it's very complex, bro. But in a
Yeah.
nutshell, Sergey was an overdue mandatory left behind by Gennady.
Mhm.
Gennady didn't fight him. So by the time Canelo wins that belt from who, I'm getting fucking confused now. Right? He won the belt from Jacobs. That's what it was. He didn't win it from
Oh
Gennady.
yeah.
He won it from Jacobs. And it's the weirdest thing with Sergey because it's like the IBF must have liked him or something because he was in position to fight for the belt like 3 times, 3 times if you think about it. He was in position to fight it with Gennady. He's in position to fight for it with Daniel Jacobs. That's who Daniel fought for the vacant IBF title. He fought Sergey Derevianchenko. He was undefeated at the time. Danny beat him, and he actually beat him better than Gennady beat him because Danny didn't labor with him as much as Gennady did. But he got to fight for that belt 2 times. And then on the third time, this time, okay, now it's Canelo. And it's like, yo, who is this guy sleeping with at the IBF that they keep giving him that they keep giving that title?
He's at the doorway of the IBF going, you want these draws?
I'm saying it, bro. That's 3 title shots, bro. And it wasn't like they was far apart, neither. That they was all close together. It's like, yo, who does this dude know at the IBF that they keep giving him title shots? In a nutshell, he was an overdue mandatory that got left over. And that's why people wonder, why didn't it go to a purse bid? Why was the IBF so quick to strip Canelo Alvarez, and it's because he was overdue. He was supposed to, they really wanted him to fight for that belt, and when they saw that they didn't reach a deal, the deadline came and went. Instead of what they normally do, go to a purse bid. Instead of what they normally do, they just stripped Canelo. They just took the belt from him. Like, nah, fuck that shit. Y'all had your chance.
So
And
they didn't give him any kind of warning.
basically,
Oh, that's not cool.
I'm saying, and a lot of people try to make it a thing like, oh yeah, Canelo was so like, bro, Canelo literally fought the number one middleweight in the world 2 times. And then after that, he fought Daniel Jacobs. Clearly, he wasn't ducking no smoke because Jacobs had already beat Sergey by that time. He'd already no, did he? I'm getting old, dog, and I've been eating turkey all fucking day. So shout out to my man Juan Luis. Happy Thanksgiving, Jules. Thank you for going live, cause this just made my Thanksgiving 10 times better. Blouse up for my man Juan. I don't got the soundboard right now. I gotta wait for my XLR cable to come in. It's a different setup. When I get the XLR, the soundboard comes back. It'll be here on Saturday. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And yeah, the IBF was just moving weird when it came to Sergey. That's the most I could say to, like, how do you get a shot at the belt with Danny, then you get another shot at it with Canelo, then you get another shot at it with Gennady? It's like, yo, they really like you over there, bro. Like, does your relative, do you got like a family member at the IBF offices? Because it's like, yo, you just keep getting title shots with them, bro. Shit is crazy. In any event, we got 128 people in the building. Can I get 128 likes? I don't normally ask for that, but why not? Why not? The Charlo shit. I just don't trust that guy, y'all. This is not like working at a factory or working in a menial labor job. This is boxing. You have to want to be there. You do. You have to want to be there. You have to want to fight. Because if you don't want to fight, you might be in trouble, bro. You might end up like Oliver McCall. Somebody said that, yo, he might have an Oliver McCall moment. Julio, what do you think about it, bro? We got Julio in the building.
What up,
Julio,
Julio?
we got Charlo, we got Benavidez, we got mental health issues. That's what they're calling it, but I don't even believe that. I think it's substance abuse issues. Julio, what's going to happen on Saturday, in your opinion?
If his brain is still intact, then I'm guessing he'll beat Benavidez. But I don't know, man. He really does. He looks like he's about to start asking for money outside of a gas station. He's looking like that.
Yeah. I mean, he literally, when I looked at him, because I think it was the Best Women's Boxing Podcast. Shout out to them. That's Jandria LeBouf and Cynthia Conte. They did an interview with him, right? And the camera is like close to him. And you could see that, like, yo, this dude looked like he 3-4 years older than Jermel. Like, he looked run down, yo. So
Every time I see him, I just want to say, sorry, I don't carry cash. Like every time I see his face.
Yo, dog, like but in all seriousness, all fuckery aside and jokes aside, I literally don't trust him. Like, literally, like, yeah, I don't even know if you can handle this assignment because this is fighting, bro. You fighting. You gotta want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gotta want to be there. And that dude looked more like he want to be at the Betty Ford Center than the boxing ring. So I don't know what's gonna happen on Saturday. So do you have him winning on Saturday, bro? You got him winning on Saturday, Julio?
Yeah, just because I can't actually gauge where he's at, mentally, But I mean, if his brain is still there, then yeah, he should beat Jose Benavidez. It's supposed to be a non-fight, just on paper. This is like more classic PBC nonsense. On their way, coming in, leaving the game just like how they came in, a bullshit ass match makeup.
Who was it that Alfredo Angulo ended up beating him? What wasn't it? Peter Quillen? I remember y'all don't remember that? Like over a year ago, they put Peter Quillen in there with an old ass Alfredo Angulo, and guess who won the fight?
Exactly,
Alfredo.
trying to do the same thing they're doing here, basically. Same type of matchup.
And you see what happened though, that when you don't really want to be there, it's gonna show. So I'm not touching that one. I don't have a prediction. I'm not touching that one. Now we're gonna get to the main course. We're gonna get the Benavidez versus Andre, and I want to get everybody's thoughts on this. But I'm gonna start with Julio. Julio, what's gonna happen in that fight?
Man, I'm actually going with Andre. Fuck it. Like,
Really?
bro, Benavidez's footwork is fucking dog shit.
It
Dog
is,
shit.
man.
It's
It is.
like the way like he puts himself in danger constantly, and I think that Andre with his like trap setting, he'll be able to like, take advantage of that. Like he's like not. I don't think he's ever been elite. Like I never bought into the whole, well, oh, he's been ducked. We don't really know how good he is. Like no, like I think he's solid, but he has like the style to like give David a lot of problems. So I think like the traps and then David's footwork is going to get him in a lot of trouble. And I think Matias is going to suffer for the same reasons.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But you do have Andre winning the fight. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, fuck it. And if he doesn't win, he'll still look good doing. Like he'll make David look like shit. I think it'll be one of those.
Boxing nerd, how do you feel about that fight? Do you think that the Mexican monster is gonna get monstered on Saturday, or is he gonna?
I love how you put it like that. That's awesome. Here's the thing. I think it was Jim Lampley. If you guys heard that interview, he said
I
most of the
did.
time. Well, usually when a slick southpaw goes against a pressure fighter, usually the slick southpaw comes out on top. I would like for that to happen, but at the same time, if we're talking about marketing and the Latino fan base, it would be better if David does win, but he would have to win by knockout for me to be excited for that matchup. Even though I feel like for some reason I feel Canelo can beat him, but I'll go with David Benavidez for now.
So we got one for Andre, one for Benavidez. Country, how you feeling right now? You feeling Benavidez? You feeling Andre?
It's an intriguing fight. I got it a close fight. If Andre's going to win, he's got to do it early.
Yeah.
Because the later the fight goes, the more it favors Benavidez. I see Andre actually putting on a good show, giving David a lot of problems. But the problem is his gas tank. He'll gas at some point, and I see Benavidez winning via points decision. I don't think he's going to knock Andre out, but
Same way I got it.
I definitely think he wins via points decision, but in a good fight, though.
Yeah. I think, just the aesthetic of the fight, irrespective of the polarization of the fighters and all the fan bases and all of that bullshit, I do think it's going to be a good fight. We got Richard Lucero in the building. Richard, Benavidez, Andre, who do you trust?
I'm going with Benavidez. The thing is with Hugo Andrade, he might have his moments, but I don't think he's ever had that power to get that respect. So he's gonna have his moments, and it all depends on the gas tank. If he starts gassing out, punches are gonna fade, and I think that's what Benavidez size is gonna come into play. But I got Benavidez by decision.
Yeah, because the thing is that there's enough there with Andre that you say that, you know what, in some ways David, he might be able to give David a fight for a while, that yeah, you'll start off strong and you'll do your shit, your looping shots, your southpaw shit, you'll move around, you'll do your shit. But you faded down the stretch with Liam Williams. I didn't forget. You faded at middleweight with Liam Williams. You could not put away Liam Williams. So I definitely don't think you're going to put David Benavidez away. And the other angle of it, there's some people don't like, but it's a reality that we all have to accept as boxing fans. We know who the promotion is behind. Let's not be stupid. We know that, yeah, they would prefer that David wins because he's more marketable. He's younger. He's of Mexican descent. He's got many more good years to give to the sport of boxing. And they want to keep building that Canelo fight, right? So it don't favor them to let Demetrius win a decision. I don't really think he can win a decision, to be real. I don't think they'll let him. The same way they didn't want to let Ishmael win is the same way they're not going to let him win. So, short of him knocking out David Benavidez, I think he's fucked. Shout out to the boxing fan. You must have Thanksgiving with Fury or oh my God. I don't look. I'll skip Thanksgiving that year, bro. If I gotta eat with them, I'll skip Thanksgiving that year, bro. I don't know. Whatever.
You can get past it. All you gotta do is bring a bag of Coke and a box of crayons, and they'll be fine.
Oh shit!
You, bro.
Listen, man.
Yeah, you need a laser pointer for Rolly.
So let me go to Rich. Let me go to Rich. Richard, you've been seeing how Jamal looks, right? That he's coming back. He looks kind of disheveled, honestly. He looks like he's coming off a really bad hangover. Do you trust him to take care of business on Saturday?
Honestly, no. He reminds me of those high school classmates that you had. They were athletic, and then all of a sudden you see them years later, and they're like homeless and shit like that. You'll be like, what the hell?
Damn, homie. That's yeah. That's the energy that like yo. They used to think you was the shit, bro. What happened? You know. So you
Yeah.
think you
So
think
I
he's
mean,
gonna
just
lose?
just I think it's the thing is, I think he might lose, but if it goes to a decision, they're gonna give it to him.
Mm,
Why? I think the WBC, they might have a little investment on him, even though they've been keeping him for what, two and a half years as a champion, hasn't defended his belt for shit.
2.5, bro.
But
2.5. That's
doing
crazy.
yeah, that's a long ass time. So I think they also want to set up another fight with Canelo. Maybe just kind of give him a retirement paycheck just so he could go away. But then
That
again, you see, Jose Benavides, that motherfucker, even though he's been through a lot of shit, he always comes to fight.
he does. He does. And
But
my thing is this: you can't trust the guy, no matter how good he was. You can't trust the guy who's not in the right headspace. It's a fight, bro. It's a dude that's literally there to fuck you up. And if you're not in the head and if you're not in the right headspace, he's going to. Because it's a fucking it's not like flipping burgers at McDonald's, you know? It's not like stocking shelves at the local supermarket. That's a job that yeah, you gotta want to be there, bro. You have to want to fight. And I don't see a guy that even wants to fight, bro. For real. And I heard he been hanging out with Roy. I don't like that shit. You know Roy. Roy was a great fighter, not a great trainer. Not a great trainer. So I don't know. I'm not touching that shit though. I'm not touching that
Yeah, but
shit.
the real question is how many times is he going to nod his head during a boxing match?
Well, Jose's gonna be nodding that shit a lot if he wins. Shit. RNS1 says Boots versus Ben. Who do you got in that situation? I would probably go with Boots. I would probably go with him, even though I don't really think his quality of. I don't actually think Boots' quality of competition is better than Ben's. Not because Ben's quality of competition is so great, but because Boots' quality of competition is so shit. They're like, yeah, you could look talented, fam. Like, and you be looking talented, but quiet as kept. Your best win is Roman Villa. Quiet as kept. I
Hey,
think
Jules,
I think Connor could beat Roman Villa.
what do you think about? I know this fight will happen, but what do you think about Tank versus De Los Santos?
I like that fight. I think that's a good fight, but I also think that I would actually pay to see that fight.
Yeah, me
Now,
too.
I would
I think that would be an interesting fight.
but don't you think that because De Los Santos is a big strong kid, he just made Shakur look like shit, do you think that they would let Javante fight him?
No, I don't.
Jules, don't do that. Jules, don't.
I'm not. I'm just asking, bro. I'm literally just asking. Do you think that they would make it?
No.
I'm telling you. I'm like being real. They gonna look at that. They like, damn, yo, this dude is big. He's strong. He knocked out Rayo. Does he? Do we? Does he bring fans? Does he bring money? If not, nah, fuck that shit. We staying on Easy Street. What we gonna roll the dice for? For what? Fuck around this guy. This guy knock out our guy. We in the shit. The fuck? We got enough problems, bro. Now
So
there's a
Edwin De
rumor
Los
out there.
Santos loss ruins his career completely.
I don't think it ruins his career, but it derails the train, wouldn't you say?
Very much so. Very much
I mean,
so.
what if De Los Santos? Think about it, guys. What if fucking De Los Santos goes in there and knocks his little ass out? Javante is not big, bro. He is not a big lightweight. And I have questions. I do have questions about his power because if you pay close attention to his lightweight resume, just who he fought at lightweight, you needed 12 rounds to knock out Gamboa. You needed
Mhm.
12. You needed a rehydration clause and a catch weight for Ryan, right? But you knocked him out, yeah, but you had a rehydration clause and a weight clause.
Yep.
With Isaac, you didn't knock him out. You didn't knock out Isaac. Now you did
No.
knock out Rolly, but Rolly's retarded. Like he almost got knocked out by
And there was a
He's-
rehydration clause too. There was a rehydration clause on Rolly as well.
there was?
Yeah, I swear there was.
Wow.
I
But
swear,
yo, if
no,
you
no, for real, I swear there was. I swear
yo,
there
if he
was.
put yo, if you really gonna put weight clauses on a handicap, bro, you have no fucking shame. Like how you come on, B. That dude wear a helmet to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, Rolly parked really close to the stadium, if you know what I mean.
Oh
No,
shit.
No, man,
Yo,
he
that's
didn't have to.
whack.
Hey, he didn't have to park. The bus dropped him off in front and picks him up right to his truck.
Oh shit.
It's a $5,000 fee. Come on now. We all know
Yo,
about
B.
that handicap spot.
Shout out to MA Bustamante. Saludos ring. Happy Turkey Day to everyone on the panel, bro. Maul looks like someone yo. Shout out to MA Bustamante. Saludos ring. Happy Turkey Day to all the panel, bro. Maul looks like someone dragged his ass out of bed and forced him into the podium. Yeah, it was Al Heyman. Shit. Was
Oh my lord.
as much money as they have spent the last 2.5 years bribing the WBC, you better get out of bed, motherfucker. You better go fight. They probably spent what I think is really going on. And the only reason the WBC hasn't stripped him is because they've been bribing him. It's the only explanation. The money you not getting in sanctioning fees, you must be getting it in bribes. Because y'all could have gave somebody else that belt by now. That's my kids getting their ass in trouble. That's my wife yelling at him. Yell at him. Crybaby ass. 5 for the live Thanksgiving. I got Matthias, Jamal, and Andre. Full props to whenever I'm wrong. Smash that like button. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Me, I'm not touching the Charlo fight. I gotta look at Ergashev. Who here has seen Ergashev? And what are you expecting in that fight, in the Matthias fight? I haven't really even looked at Ergashev. I'm gonna look at him tomorrow and make a prediction. But who here has seen him, and what should we expect?
He's a nice southpaw, I'll say that. But like, Matias is literally a killer. Literally,
He is though.
like with the capital K, bro. He's
I
dangerous,
think
man.
I think he's really like Ergashev is really basic. Like it's really just jab 1-2, and he has a sneaky like lead. I think it's a lead right hook or something like that. But whatever his fucking lead hand is. But I think Matthias, man, like that dude, the way he literally gets into the pocket where he does his good work is this motherfucker will literally take an evening stroll into the pocket. No
Yeah.
jab his way in, no like fan his way in. Literally walks into the pocket. And I think like against Ergashev, that shit might end up getting him in really big trouble eventually.
Do you like Ergashev to win the fight?
Oh yeah, he's good money for underdog win. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he moves nice. I like his movement. I like his punch placement. But we're talking about Matias, man.
But even then, like
Matthias is literally a killer, Julio. Like not in the figurative sense, in the literal sense.
The man, yeah, and he was talking to the lead up. He was talking about killing this guy. So I was like, oh my god, no, don't.
You know, he used to move weight and shit like that. He did a little bit of time, Matthias.
they
Yo,
said
he looks like
Ergashev
that,
did
bro.
time too. He sold
Huh.
opium. I don't know, whatever he sold whatever the Eurasian the Eurasian version of crack, whatever that is. But anyway, I just think that like Ergashev's defense isn't anything to write home about either. So like if Matthias does end up knocking him out, I wouldn't be surprised. But I like Ergashev for like as an underdog pick for sure.
Well, I mean, Ergashev said something that I don't think is encouraging. He said that he plans on retiring, win or lose. Literally. So if you become IBF champion, you're gonna retire. I don't think that's a mentality to go into a fight. Just saying. I don't.
Yeah, that's true. But once he gets fucking cracked, he's gonna go into fight or flight mode because Matthias is gonna put belt to ass from round one.
I would like for Matthias to leave the PBC because it seems like all the fights that he needs are elsewhere. You know, you should go to Matchroom. They got a bunch of 140 pounders. You could catch a couple of bodies. You know,
And they
Eh,
got Devin now.
well,
They
Devin's
got
talking
Ryan.
about fighting Keith Thurman.
Nah, that's bullshit. It's just
Bro,
he's just
no,
talking.
no. Bill went to the boxing voice. He the one that said that shit. And when you think, if you think about it, what? Because they're gonna fight fucking Matthias? Nah, dog. Like they're not gonna fight Matthias. With Teofimo, it's an ego thing. They're like, yeah, you could argue that if he becomes champion, they do the fight. But what is Teofimo gonna want for that fight? And what is Devin gonna want for that fight? They're gonna want like the whole fucking Fort Knox between them to do that fight. Two huge fucking
So
egos.
who's more willing to overpay then, Matchroom or Top Rank?
I don't think Top Rank's willing to overpay personally. I don't. I think with Top Rank, like Top Rank seems invested in the Ryan Garcia fight. That's the fight that they've been talking about for Teofimo. I don't know how realistic that is, but you know what he could do in the meantime? Beat the shit out of Jose Ramirez. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't fought in a while. I'm pretty sure if you offer him the fight, he'll take it against Teofimo, and I would favor Teofimo to beat him. I'm not convinced that as early as February or March we get Lopez versus Garcia. I'm not. Even if they're, both receptive, I don't believe that fight happens in that time scale. That's like nah, dog. Nah.
No, yeah, Teofimo was gonna want to tune up, and I'm pretty sure that dude could have fought December 9th, but he decided not to. Like, I guess they didn't pay him enough. I don't know.
He another one that want to be all fucking mysterious and shit. He on his fucking Gary Antoine Russell shit. Like, bro, you should have fought. You look fantastic with Josh Taylor. Not everybody done forgot about that shit. You literally your own worst enemy, bro. Cause off of that, you could have came back, did some numbers, keep your momentum going. Nah, let me take the rest of the year off. Fuck it. Fuck it. When he come back, he gonna need a tune-up. Jose Ramirez fuck around, beat a tune-up. They could do that on the West Coast, sell a couple of tickets with it. Stylistically, Jose, his style plays right into things that Teofimo is good at. So it's
Oh,
a
he's tailor
winnable
made
fight.
for him.
He's tailor-made for him for the counter punching, the movement. He's tailor-made for all of it. So it's a winnable fight for Teofimo. A little bit of money for the bank account. En route to what could be a Ryan Garcia fight. But like I said, like, it's the money shit, bro. Ryan is gonna want a lot of money, but so is Teofimo, and that's the problem. That's like, all right, so who's gonna get what? Especially if Ryan approaches that fight as just a challenger, not a champion. Because what I was expecting was at some point he fight O'Hara Davies for the WBA. That's what I'm expecting. That's literally what I'm still expecting. I don't actually expect him to fight Teofimo straight away. I think they're gonna try to get that belt away from Rolly, give it to O'Hara, so Ryan could win it from him. That's what I think. Now we got another fight, another very important fight. I like to go to Julio first because I sense very little optimism in his character. He's a no nonsense kind of guy. Julio, can Katie Taylor win on Saturday?
Oh yeah. She counter punches. She sits in the pocket, doesn't fucking move around every single fucking round. And yeah, I think she can win. But
Is
part of
that
me
how
is
you
feeling
have it?
I do have officially Katie Taylor by a split decision, but I don't know, man. Part of me is just like, what if this is her? What's his face? You remember the dude that knocked out Roy Jones?
Yeah,
Like,
Tarver.
yeah, Tarver. Like, what if Cameron is her Tarver? Like, who knows?
Yeah, I
Maybe she
do.
gets fucking knocked out.
I do see a way that she could win, but I feel you on that. Sometimes they just got your number, bro. You know? Country, does she win on Saturday? I'll take that silence.
I think it's an uphill battle for her. I'm not saying she can't win, but my question is, can she really change what she did before and stay consistent with that change enough to win the fight? That's where my question lies.
Ride the fucking fence, country. You
She
gotta make
made
a
the
decision.
she made the adjustment though in the first fight. She did make the adjustment later on.
That's true. She did make it in the second half.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I think Katie can win it in a very hard fought win. I'm gonna go with Katie Taylor, but I say it's still very close.
Are you
Are you
having
fixing
a
it?
fight?
Are you fixing yourself a plate?
Yeah, I am.
I ain't mad at you, bro. It's if you gonna do that, today is the day. The other thing
Thank
is
you.
there seems to be a rumor that Canelo might fight Jaime Munguia in May, and not the winner of this weekend's fight. I'm gonna go to Richard. Richard, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't like the fight, but money wise, it makes sense. Mexican versus Mexican. So on a Mexican holiday, even though we don't celebrate it here or should I say, over there in Mexico, we celebrate it here more in the U.S.
Yeah, Cinco de
But
Mayo is a,
it's
is an American holiday, Kasi.
yeah.
It's practically an
So I
American
mean,
holiday.
true. But yeah. I mean, personally, I think Canelo wins. They might just take it easy on Jaime because they probably wanna have him kind of replace Canelo later on in the future, even though they need to step up his competition.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do the fight on Cinco de Mayo, just you know, some to make some money.
Yeah, I mean that there's definitely a financial incentive there. Julio, what do you think about that though? If he doesn't fight the winner of this weekend's fight, how does that make you feel?
Hilarious. It's hilarious to me the fact that if this is true, like Canelo's just like, oh, word, y'all don't got a network anymore. All right, just bye. Like that would be hilarious. But as far as like an actual fight, I mean, it's whatever. Canelo's legacy is made. I'll support whoever he fights. I'll buy it. But as a fight, I don't really give a fuck about it. But because it's Canelo, he's a living legend. I'll watch. Who cares?
I want to elaborate on that. That's when I saw the rumor resurface, because the rumor initially, the first time I heard that rumor was in October, and it was a couple of weeks ago in October. That was the first time I heard the rumor, and we literally talked about it here on the channel. And I was just thinking that one of the reasons that might go down is, yo, these dudes literally don't have a network. Can they actually honor the agreement that he entered into when they don't have a network? Think like where's the guaranteed cash gonna come from, bro? See, at least before we knew, all right, it's coming from Showtime. But now it's like, well, how do y'all hold up y'all end of the bargain if you don't have a network? And I'm not making bold conclusions and nothing like that. I'm just saying that that's a legitimate question. The situation has changed from the time you entered into that agreement, and now, yeah, the situation has changed.
Hey,
So can you uphold that agreement? Well, on the
hey,
PBC end.
yeah, hey, rent's due on the first. So maybe Canelo's saying, hey, it's the first. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a dude that you could pay him off the net, bro. That's Canelo. He want his guarantee, fam. And if you ain't got it, because whatever deal structure he has, well, it's not the same deal structure that Spence has, It's not the
Yeah, he's
same
not gonna
deal.
get like concession stand money. Like you're like, oh, I swear, Canelo, we're gonna sell a trillion hot dogs tonight. Don't worry, we'll have your money. Like, no,
Exactly. Like we're gonna pay you in soda machine money and vending machine money. Like, no, it's Canelo. He's supposed to get a certain amount of money up front. And if you don't have a network to front him that money, does that not void whatever agreement y'all had? Because that's how I'm looking at it. They're like, oh, so now we looking at Jaime. Well, why the fuck would a fight with Jaime be on the PBC side of things? Why would that happen over there if he's looking at a Golden Boy guy? Wouldn't that happen on the zone? One would think. I mean, y'all motherfuckers ain't even got a platform. You had all these motherfuckers fly out to Saudi. I ain't see. Well, Frankie was there. Frankie Sanchez was there. But I ain't see a lot of other motherfuckers. I ain't see the Charlo brothers over there. I ain't see Javante. I ain't see Sam Watson and them. I seen a lot of other motherfuckers. It's like, yo, like y'all, ship is sinking, man. And I'm not wishing for it to sink, but it's not looking good, bro. Like I ain't heard nothing new about that Netflix shit. I ain't heard nothing about that. I ain't even heard nothing new about that Amazon shit. Quiet as cap. All we know is they have 3 dates reserved in Vegas, one in January, 2 in February. Who the broadcaster is, I don't fucking know, but it's being billed as a pay-per-view. Stop tattling on your sister. It's my son whining. Yeah, they arguing and fighting, y'all. Arguing and fighting. But yeah, yo, I think there's a legitimate question there when it comes to Canelo's relationship with the PBC. Is the absence of a broadcast partner going to affect the arrangement? Because if he's supposed to be guaranteed a certain amount of cash based on the deal, right? If you can't guarantee him that cash, that might void the agreement. And he might go somewhere else. Maybe, I don't know, he go back to the zone. He start fucking with Eddie again. Start fucking with Matchroom. Not a guy that you could pay off the net. I'll tell you that fucking much. Truthfully, I'm not crazy about him fighting Munguia, but financially, how could I not understand it? Fiscally, how could I not? Whether people like Jaime or not, he sells tickets. It's just fucking reality. He sells more tickets than Jamal, more tickets than Jamel, more tickets than Demetrius. He sells, bro. You can say whatever you want about how he fight, but he has a following. And if Canelo were to fight him fiscally, just from a purely business perspective, it makes perfect sense. Now, from a boxing perspective, nah, it makes no sense. Jaime is not in this guy's stratosphere. But it would be a fun fight to watch. I'll give you that. It'd be fun to watch. Because Jaime's going to get his ass hurt.
Jaime gets murdered. Period.
It's fucking murked, bro. We'll get fucking murked. But, you know, we also got a thing going on the Puerto Rican side of boxing. I don't know if y'all saw it yesterday. Gabriel Rosado was putting pressure on Edgar Berlanga to fight. And it's like, yo, dog, like, you should want to fight Gabriel. He's been in there with everybody, you know? He's a crafty veteran. He's known. If you do that at the Hulu Theater, I guarantee you it sells out. I guarantee you it sells out. And if you were really, you know, a good fighter, you'd be confident that that fight is not done. I really was expecting that we was gonna get that fight. The fact that we don't know and we not, it's like, yo, dog, Edgar's now doing at Matchroom what he was doing at Top Rank. That's what's going on. I remember hearing the Top Rank wanted him to fight Gabe and wanted him to fight Jesse Hart, and he didn't want to do it. And that was at Top Rank. And now it's like, dog, your last fight was Jason Quigley, bro. What the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck? Now we got Alex in the building. We got Alex in the building. We got, who else we got? We got Virtuoso in the building. Virtuoso, I'm going to take a smoke break. But before I do, I got a question for you. Do you trust Jermall Charlo to take care of business on Saturday?
Nah, son. Nah. It's
Go
like
ahead, tell us why, bro.
bro, I just look at him and it's like his eyes to me like look jittery and shit like that. He looking all crazy and shit. I could be wrong, but like I don't trust this guy that's gonna come like all fire and brimstone, whatever, like all fire and all cylinders after a 2-year layoff. And this guy and I think Benavidez is a live one, but I don't know if he's still gonna do all that fucking wild shit like that fucking handshaking and like head nodding, all that crap.
Yo.
Anybody there? Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, what happened? It
No,
got
it's
mad
just-
quiet real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say like who am I talking to? It's like did anyone just dropped off?
He's like, who am I talking
Hey,
to?
happy Thanksgiving. Hey, I just showed up. Happy Thanksgiving, motherfuckers.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
But yeah, man, I don't want to see Benavidez do the fucking, the bitch shit and all the fucking goofiness and all that, man. I want him to come in ready to take his head off, man. Because the Charlo hype, it's like it's dying down.
He just looks like he doesn't want to be there. During press conference, he's just like sitting down, like all depressed. I'm like,
He
oh
he
man,
literally
like, he looks
he literally
bad.
looks like a welfare check. He looks like someone who's constantly getting welfare checks called on them.
Bro,
He has that.
I think he's medicated, man. In all them interviews, the ones with Brian Custer and the press conference, my man looks medicated, bro. I'm telling you. If they try to medicate him before the fight, it's a wrap. He going to sleep.
That's true because he did look bloated. So medication does have the tendency of doing that to your body. Like you start taking medication and your body blows up.
I'm telling you, he looked like he's on some SSRIs for depression, man. Because that's how it makes people act.
He's been sparring in a padded room instead of in the gym.
Bro, every press conference is a fucking therapy session with this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just hasn't looked right for a long time, and he's been out of the ring too long, dude. I don't see him being effective at all.
Yeah, even against Montreal,
I kind of feel bad for him, man. After these last few interviews I've seen, I'm like, yo, man, hold on, man. Like, damn, bro. Like, maybe you shouldn't come back right now.
No.
Yeah, people in the hood say he's not all the way there. It's a colloquialism for that.
But you got to make that money, man. You can't stay away too long.
I mean, he could download Uber. He could get his CDL. He could do a lot of things.
Well,
I mean, think about it. Once you've made a couple $1 million, a few $1 million over your career, and imagine the things that he bought and owns, and his bills ain't normal people bills right now. You know what I'm saying? Got to get back in that ring eventually.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, because a lot of them dudes aren't smart with their money. That's why.
Yeah, they don't invest and get businesses and all that. Yeah.
They live a different lifestyle, so yeah, you gotta invest your money. You gotta be smart about that shit. But most fighters, they don't. They just start buying a bunch of cars and jewelry, and when it comes to like stuff like this that they don't have no fights lined up, then that's when they start panicking. And like for this situation with Charlo, he looks like he's not ready to fight, but he has to make that money. So they're like, either you take it or you're just gonna sit out and lose out on money on fights. But not to change the subject, guys. What do you guys think about Virgil going back with Robert Garcia? You guys think it's a smart move?
Excellent move, in my opinion. That's when he was with Roberts when he looked the best. I think he's a really underrated boxer, man. I think he does a lot of smart shit that he doesn't get credit for. And the fact that he's with Robert now, and apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently his dad would overtrain him, and that's why he kept having that fucking issue with I think it's his liver or kidney or whatever it is.
Yeah, liver in the kidney. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, brother. Like when he was with Robert, that he never had that, and then with his dad, he had the onset, and then he had that second flare up again. Like, man, yeah. But here's the thing: it's already happened twice, bro. If you research that shit, motherfuckers, it's hard. That's probably one of the hardest things to come back from. Like he'll never be 100% again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Robert has more experience as far as the training goes, and he just has the know-how, and the style is perfect. Like I think he's going to teach him a little bit of everything. He's going to retain the pressure stuff, but adding a little more layers to it, some counter punching. Like he's going to be like he's exactly where he should be.
Yeah, I mean, with Virgil, I thought that they were going to take him to 160. I feel like 154 is a little bit too close to 147. That if you were struggling to make 147, it won't be long before you're struggling to make 154. So why not just go to 160, beat up a couple of ham and eggers up there, and get acclimated, get ahead of it, because 154 ain't really but a dick hair away from 147 if we being honest. And if making 147 took that much out of you, it won't be long before that starts to happen at junior middle.
Dick hair is an interesting unit of measurement. I'll say that much.
So we got this Fury shit, man. And I did a video late yesterday, while I was waiting for the turkey to finish cooking. That now John Fury himself is saying that Tyson is in decline. He said it outright, that he's seeing slippage. And with somebody like John saying that it's not just him saying that. If he's saying that he sees a little bit of slippage, to me, what I hear is, oh, you must have seen a lot of slippage. So much that you can't
Bro,
even deny it, you know?
Shane Fury's been saying this since like after the Dillian White fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So, with that in mind, Julio, what do you envision in the Usyk fight?
I think it's gonna be his toughest fucking fight. I think he's gonna get hit a lot more than he usually does.
Don't give me the talk sport
Um,
answer, bro. You giving me
no, no,
some
no.
talk sport Adam
It
Catterall.
is no, it is gonna be his toughest fight. Like, but there is like the X factor is his size. Like, I think Usyk is not like he's not like no homo. He's not like thick and solid the way a natural like Daniel Dubois is a great example. They're the same frame, the same height, but you can clearly see that Dubois is like what they call a
That he's not
natural
as
heavyweight.
long. He's not as long as Daniel, is what you're saying.
um,
And thick.
I'm not saying that. Well, actually, I am saying that, but just not in the gay way.
Bro, I said was that he not as long
Yeah,
and thick as Daniel, bro.
he doesn't have his giant blue vein isn't as big as Usyk's, but no, but I think that yeah, the size will play a factor. I think that but also man, like people talk about how slick and fast Fury is. This dude hasn't been slick in a long time, man.
I
Like if you
mean,
really paying
no, my
attention,
thing is that was he ever slick, bro? When you look
I think he was like for a heavyweight, yeah.
I'm saying that like how do you gauge defensive prowess if not by your ability to deflect punches, right? And this is a guy who was knocked down very early in his career by Pychik, somewhere in the middle by Cunningham, about 4 times by Wilder, and more recently by Ngannou. And the Ngannou thing is the icing on the cake because it's like, well, the other ones, yeah, maybe those are negligible, to some degree. But now you're getting knocked down by dudes that don't even box.
But my
So
thing is like with the Wilder thing though is that he stopped being slick around those fights. Like he did adopt a more like pressure style with less like upper body movement and things like that. Like I think that is clear. You can see that he has shifted away from that, and I think as a result he gets hit more. And the fact that he's coming in at like 270 now, like bro, this dude is not as fast as he used to be. And I do think that he was fast. Like if you watch the first
but
Wilder fight,
But when
it,
you say that he used to be more defensive, right? Which I agree with
mm-hmm.
you completely that, yeah, he doesn't move his upper body as much. He doesn't angle off, roll and ride punches as much. He doesn't do that as much anymore. But even when he did those things, he was getting knocked down. Even then. So that's my point of reference that yeah, there were changes in how you fight. And it is true. When you come forward more, you're subject to more punches. That's just a fact because you're the one initiating the action. He changed his style for Wilder, but even before he changed his style, he was getting knocked down. Is that not true? So was he really ever all that slick? I just To me his style is just a very or it was cuz he doesn't fight that way anymore, not really. But he just has a very nervous style of fighting and I do think that while he's better balanced than some of the slower guys, he still has poor balance, which is why he's been knocked down so many times. It's the only explanation. I can't say that he's chinny because he picks himself up off the canvas. I wouldn't say that, and he seems to have good powers of recovery. So I look at it as a balance issue because he's built like Dr. Robotnik. It's the only explanation. You got all that weight in the trunk, and you got two skinny ass legs holding all that shit up. Most of the weight on your body is in your torso. It's not distributed evenly throughout your body like what you see on a LeBron James or what you see on an Anthony Joshua. That it's even. You know that it's not like, oh yeah, well he just fat and most of the weight is fat. Well, with you, yeah, that's the situation. It's most of it is in the trunk.
Yeah, God just threw him together. Like just with whatever spare shit he had.
Saying right, whatever was left over. Shout out to D Son. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for making great content. Appreciate you, bro. I do what I can. Um, I envision that fight like a Dragon Ball Z fight. You know when Goku does the teleportation thing that he'll hit the guy here, pew, and then pew. That's what I envision. That Usyk out of the southpaw stance. He's better out of that stance than Tyson Fury. While Tyson Fury has been able to use it to his advantage against other fighters, if it's used against him, he's not going to like it. And we got a glimpse of that in the Otto Valine fight. Otto Valine, God bless him, He's no Usyk, but he was able to give Fury a lot of problems. And I just see Usyk getting under and around his punches because Fury just kind of slaps with his punches. They're not really tense and tight. They're short, but they're still wide enough that a man as small as Usyk could get right under them. I don't even think he's going to roll them. I think he's just going to get right under them and put punches together, either a jab over the top, counter jabs over the top, or straight left hands down the middle while moving right. I think Fury's gonna have a hard time. Honestly, I think he's gonna lose, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets stopped. As crazy as that might sound to some people, but when you think about it, Usyk doesn't stop guys because of power. He stops guys because they get tired. That's how he stops guys. They burn out, and he puts punches together, and that's how he gets them out. And I wouldn't be surprised if a cokehead who balloons in weight in between fights that his body's betraying him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That shit happens to a lot of guys. It could happen to him.
Sure can.
He's not above. He's not above his body betraying him. Like, bro, you literally been sniffing coke for years. What do you think is gonna happen? Shit. And drinking alcohol. They tell you not to do that.
But what about, all right, what do you guys think about I don't mean to change the subject, but what about Sonny versus Bam?
That's a great fight. But I think Sonny's gonna have to put on the performance of his life to win a decision because we know he's not a knockout merchant.
Yeah, I think that lateral movement is gonna fuck Bam up real bad.
I think it could for a while. The thing is that if we're gonna gauge what actually happens, political decisions happen all the time, Julio. Maybe to us, Sonny does enough to win the fight, but to the judges, and we are trying to forecast who's going to get the W, not just who I think wins or who you think wins, but who are the judges going to give a decision? And I'm like, yo, dog, Sonny would really have to fight the fight of his life to win a fair decision because it's happening in Bam's neck of the woods, not his. So you gonna have to really make that shit decisive.
Yeah, Bam is more marketable fighter, so definitely he's gonna have to fight his ass off.
Man, it's just that last fight Bam was in. That dude, he was moving laterally. He was giving him a lot of problems. And I think Bam's like footwork, he does tend to like cross his legs a bit and it leaves him unbalanced. Bro, Sonny can do everything. Like he can move laterally, he can counter punch laterally, box laterally, inside, outside. Like the dude has everything. Like toughest fight in his life.
On neutral terrain, it is a more even fight, but I always go to the political angle because we see political shit all the time. We see it all the time, literally. So I'm like, you would have to like really fight the great. Matter of fact, you would have to do him the way you did Mythalane. It would have to be that level of separation. Because I remember in the Mythalane fight, I don't even remember giving Mythalane a round. You were just following him around in a straight line, trying to land big punches, and you didn't land shit.
And then you got to think like not only that, but like just flawless boxing, but also, bro, Sonny's not going to win by knockout. God bless him, but he's not a puncher. And if he was knocking guys out like what's the Japanese dude's name again? Junto. No, Junto.
Oh, I was about
if he was knocking people out like him, then I would have a little more faith. But I just But as far in terms of like just style and skill, I got Sonny.
I have a question for the panel, man. Sonny catch Bam off guard, like trip him up, like hit him with a shot and gets him off balance and score.
Yeah, I think his style plays into that because he does move laterally a lot, and he can counterpunch. Like he's not just jabbing and moving. Like he can move laterally and set a trap up. I think he could, but I don't know. You'd have to catch him super clean because he just doesn't have that pop. He just doesn't have it. It's just not.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. Yeah, like he can fight in the pocket though because we've seen him do it. Like he's not one of these pure boxers that he has to be on the outside. He has to, and that's the only way he knows about. The only way he fights a fight. He's pretty good in the pocket, actually, just pivoting and cutting different angles. He can work there. And Bam, I'm starting to wonder how Bam is making that weight because he was fat as fuck in them pictures, bro. Like he was fat. Like he was fat.
He was Ham Rodriguez.
Ham Rodriguez, bro. That motherfucker's porker, bro. He ain't been looking like the guy to beat Quadras in a long time to me. He ain't put on a performance like that in a long time. And we got Inui Tapales. It seems like a foregone conclusion almost that he knew he's gonna get him? Because this guy got knocked out by Iwasa. For those that don't know, like this guy's been knocked out before, but
Look,
it's the time frame that he's doing all these things in.
but look, if we don't get Canelo versus David, then this fight is the exact same fight. Like Tapales and Benavidez have the exact same fucking issues, the exact same fucking flaws, the exact same styles. And there's definitely a
Nah,
parallel between Inoue and
Tapales is a
Canelo.
lot slicker than fucking Benavidez.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, fair enough. But that's not a hard thing to achieve. I think
Yeah,
Inoue is gonna fucking annihilate him though.
yeah. I mean, I have it that way too, but I would say that Tapales shows more angles, more upper body movement, more slipping and rolling. Like, yeah, look, he looked good in the MJ Akhmadaliev fight. I invite anybody to go back and watch it. He looked formidable in that fight, but I'm just
Honestly,
like, nah, you know he's gonna catch him.
yeah, dude, hot ass take here. But I think that MJ is Inoue's toughest fight at the weight. I'll be
He
honest.
he could be. I see why you say that. He could be, but he's got like I forgot who they just ordered him to fight. They just ordered him to fight somebody, and I think the fight is made. And I think that he was just it's like it's a gift and a curse that he got those titles as early as he did, because then everything after that was mandatories. So you're forced into all these situations. I think he only had like 5 fights when he fought Daniel Roman. Like 3, 4 fights. He didn't have a lot of fights. He only had a handful of fights. And it's a gift and a curse to win titles that early because, well, all right, now you're a champion. Now people gonna be on your ass. So we'll see how he fares. I'm excited because they said that officially the winner of that fight has to fight Luis Neri, and I've been waiting for that Inui versus Neri fight. What do y'all think about that fight?
Oh, Inoue stops him early.
That's how everybody feel.
Yup.
That's not even
Country.
a good fight, man.
I mean, it's a good fight in terms of story, right? Because Neri, he went over there, he did the shit, beat up Yamanaka, used the pads and all of that. It's a good story.
I don't see Neri standing up to his punches for that long. I think he'll take some, and eventually he's going down in flames like everybody else.
Bro,
How do you think he knew he takes Neri's punches though? Because he's gonna get hit with something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with something like he ain't gonna walk through the water and not get wet, bro. Like I
Pound
wonder.
for pound, I think Daenerys is a bigger puncher pound for pound. So I think he'd fare fine. I think he'll like set him up early and counterpunch him early. To be honest, like maybe 6-7 rounds.
Let's shift gears a little bit, guys. I haven't got to talk to Julio in a while. What do you think about that Miller and Dubois, bro?
Oh, the two dumbest heavyweights in the division. Great matchup. I think that Miller, I low key would not be surprised if Miller wins. Like he just makes him quit because he's so fat and relentless that Dubois is just like, okay, fine, I'll quit this time. But you can't blame me. Look how fat and relentless this guy is.
Bro, this shit is that it's pressure. It's all pressure. It's all pressure.
It's like, remember you said like
deal
fighting
with pressure.
fighting fat people is difficult. I remember you said that. That's your quote.
It is fucking difficult, bro. And that's one of the fattest people on the planet. Literally, like, can you find a fatter person to fight? If you can, they probably can't fight.
He has his own orbit. Like, he's that fat.
Yeah, he's got like 3 little moons that orbit him and shit. Like three little satellites that orbit him.
But he got 3, not 4, not 2. Bro, you say he got 3 little moons.
Like 3 little moons that orbit him, like Jupiter, like a little Jupiter. All fuckery aside, stylistically, for all his drawbacks, you do need certain things to beat a guy like Jarrell Miller. No cap, you do. You need feet, you need coordination, you need good combination, and you need defense. Like it's just hard for me to imagine that a dude that literally does not move his head is gonna make it out of that fight.
There's no brain in it. That's why. But listen, you also don't need one thing to fight a guy like that, and that's a lot of muscle mass, because that shit's gonna take up energy. And I feel like Dubois he gets tired because of that, and I think he'll get tired again because of that.
And it's like that fucking TikTok where the fat guy does a cartwheel or a backflip and he says, this is the peak male physical form or whatever. You would look at Daniel's muscles and think that they're doing something, but they're not. You'd actually be better off being fat like Jarrell. Like, yeah, that shit, because all them muscles you got, you just gonna get tired. That's all them shit's gonna do. This fat guy about to put it on you. Now, I'll say that it's either Daniel gets him early or Jarrell gets him late. because I do think Daniel has more snap in his punches. I do think Daniel is a heavier puncher than Jarrell. Jarrell doesn't really have one hitter quarter power. He throws a bunch of shit and wears you out. He doesn't really just hit you once and you go out with a hard shot. He doesn't actually have any snap in his punches because he doesn't have full range of motion. He's so fucking fat. He can't really drive his punches. But you know, it is 300 pounds of Brooklyn grade A fucking prime rib punching
Oh,
you. So
dude. And the fight is after Thanksgiving, so he's probably putting on like 20 pounds
my
right now.
God, this dude probably gonna walk in at 340. Bruh. It's a good fight though. It's a good fight though. Like all jokes aside, like I think I'll say I like that fight a little bit more than Wilder versus Parker. How do y'all feel about Wilder versus Parker?
That might be another banana peel fight for Wilder.
Could be. I mean, if Joseph gets inside,
Bro,
my whole thing is if Joseph gets inside, Wilder has no inside game.
bro,
None.
to me, it's like Joe Parker has just been like one of the biggest letdowns in the heavyweight division of the past couple of years, in my opinion. Like relative to his skill level and his hand speed, he should be a lot better than he is, but he just lacks like the finishing ability. He lacks the mentality. Like to me, he's
coming off a decent knockout earlier this year over Simon Keane.
I know what you mean.
Simon Keane. Like, but
Out of him because of
in
his-
the big moments, like he just flounders.
And Wilder doesn't. I'm saying
That's true.
when we look, my thing is this. I have one issue with Joe ahead of this fight. What Fury beat Wilder with was dog. And what they say you don't have is dog, right? You got to want to get on the inside. You got to want to bang him up and all of that. On the inside, you got to want to do that. If you play him cautious and careful because of his power, you worried about his power, you're going to be mid-range to outside worrying about his power, giving him room to throw that hand. But if you dog him and you rush him, he don't got space and he don't got time to throw it. That's how
He
Fury
doesn't
beat
have
him.
balance, and he's always off balance when he has to move backward. But I don't think he has like the balls to do that at all.
That's
At
the
all.
Yeah.
problem.
Joe
But
has to
Wilder's
get.
fought for 1 round in 2 years, guys.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
trust that dude?
But he
That's
still
what I'm
has
saying,
to
like-
get over the fear of getting knocked out.
Bro, like Virtuoso said, banana peel. Like I think Joe Parker's gonna slip on a banana peel on his way to the ring because he's that much of an oaf. Like I think that he'll be winning every single round, and then he'll just let a fucking lazy right hand get through and collapse onto the canvas. But
Yeah, like he'll
that's
step
the
on a
story of his
Lego
career.
and fuck the whole fight up, bro. He'll step on a
I trust
Lego.
no Polynesian athlete that doesn't want to go into a game or a fight without a hockey dance. Like, come on, man. Give
I'm
us something.
saying, I'm saying for Joseph Parker's polite ass, we do have Jai Opataya, and he's a mean motherfucker. Like that motherfucker is
Incredible
mean.
fighter.
Bro, he's like a Terrence Crawford, where he's like spiteful.
The look on his face tells it that, yo, I really don't like you. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, that's the vibe I get with Jai when he gets in the ring.
Yo, he looked like he wanted to beat the shit out of Eddie. He after the fight because of the size of the ring. There's a Boxing King interview where Ja looking at him like he want to fuck him up. Like he says the size of the ring, and fucking Eddie had to change the conversation. Like he had to change the topic. It's like, yo, don't play with that dude, bro. That's one Polynesian dude. Don't play with him. He'll pollinate your ass out here like a bumblebee. Shit, but Joe, I don't know, bro. I can't trust that dude to do what he needs to do. But the other side of that argument is he does seem to be fighting well with Andy Lee. He did fight 2 times this year. 2 or 3, I think. So he's gonna be sharp. He's close to what, 7 or 8 years younger than Wilder. Why do you trust the guy who's close to 40, has only fought for 1 round in 2 years, and we don't even know where his punch resistance is, like, because you ain't you ain't really been hit since
He's a
the Fury
mirage.
fight.
Like he's a
Yeah.
mirage. He's a mirage. Like the fact that the fact that people to me doubt Anthony Joshua against Wilder, to me, it's just really revealing. Like, I don't respect
Yeah.
people like that. Like, bro, you know good and goddamn well what's gonna happen in that fight. The motherfucker is gonna start moving backward. The feints are gonna have him shook, and he's gonna melt. So stop with all
It's
this Wilder shit, please.
it's the idea of Wilder that they're in love with. You know, it's the idea of him, what they want him to be instead of what he is. You know, it's the idea because to when you talk to some, well, I ain't even gonna say because I don't talk to these guys. They talk to me. They come to me with this bullshit. When I see that shit, I ignore it. Like, yeah, y'all dudes just want him to be some shit. Y'all want him. I did a whole thing, a whole video about some shit. What was it, 2, 3 days ago? And I still get those odd comments. They're like, well, what, bro? There's nobody in the first 7 years of his career. There's nobody there to talk about, and that's most of his knockouts. Like, yeah, if everybody fought 7 years worth of guys that you fought, they would all be the bronze bomber. Every single one of them, even Derek Chisora. So
Yep.
And also, it's not like his promoter hasn't been vocal about, yeah, we're holding his hand through this. Like the whole baby champion thing, like his fucking promoter said it. The dude always needed to have his hand held through his
and
way to the title.
That's
weird thing is,
embarrassing, man.
the weird thing is that they criticize Golden Boy Promotions matchmaking for Jaime Munguia. Quiet as kept. That's 7 years worth of stumble bums. That was Golden Boy. Go to the promoter part. If you go to BoxRec and you hit the little event icon and you go to who the promoter was for most of those fights, it was Golden Boy. That Wilder was on the Munguia diet before Munguia, fighting nothing but stumble bums. And that's where that knockout percentage comes from. That knockout percentage doesn't come from fighting top 10 fighters. No, you knocking out club fighters. That's where most of that comes from.
And then Shelly Finkel, I mean, he let the cat out of the bag multiple times, especially with the way they handled the first Joshua situation. I mean, like, yeah, he was practically like Wilder's chaperone. Like, if Wilder invites a girl over, Shelly Finkel's in the room making sure they're
He
not
has
getting
to
too frisky.
record it. He has to
Yeah.
record it and bring the condoms.
Well,
Shout
and
out
that,
to
that, that whole 50 million email gig thing was just
people still believed it, and even after Frank Warren said on Boxing Social, yeah, the money was coming from BT buying the rights to the fight. Bro, like, how much more self-explanatory do you need it to be? Anthony was exclusively contracted to Sky. He couldn't take your money if your money was real. The reason people like me think the money wasn't real is because even if Shelly don't know that, Frank knows that. Anthony's exclusively contracted to Sky Sports. He can't box on BT. So why the fuck would they go to you for the money? That makes no sense. It's a less complicated situation if they don't go to you. But you expect me to believe, yeah, we was gonna give him 50 mil
Yeah,
so long as BT bought the
but
rights for the fight.
and it's important to note that all of that theater was just to protect Wilder's O. Like that's all it was. It was to protect him from getting his ass whooped, so they could continue cashing in on this, like Wilder, the
This
one punch
wave.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
wave. They wanted him to be Saitama and shit like that. Shout out to Base. This is Parker's fourth fight this year. 4 fights, y'all. Parker's getting it in, man. How bad would it be for the Wilder faction of fans if Parker won that fight, bro?
oh god, they'd have another meltdown.
Bro, it is a
Bro,
compelling case, man. Now that I think of it, and if you think of it, like before the Joe Joyce fight, like Parker was known to have a good chin. Like fought many punchers and took big shots before. Like he has pre Joe Joyce had the reputation of having a very good chin. So
and
there's
and
also
it's
that.
I would say that Joe really had to. What stands out is Joe had to beat the shit out of him to finally get him to lay down, and that took a lot of rounds. On one end, you say, "Well, you know what, motherfucker, get his ass beat like that. He ain't the same." But he came right back, got back in the winners bracket, won a couple of fights. I didn't even realize he had three. I thought it was only 2 fights he had this year. He had 3 fights this year. This is gonna be the fourth.
And he has fought legit punches before. So
Yeah, I mean, he fought Andy Ruiz, he fought Carlos Takam, he fought Anthony Joshua, he fought Derek Chisora, he fought Joe Joyce. When I think about that, I'm like, and Wilder, who you fought?
Right.
Main Stavern and Fury. Hmm. Oh, and Luis Ortiz. We can't
Charles
forget about
Mark.
Luis Ortiz. Can't forget about Luis Ortiz, unsung hero, salt of the earth. it's a good fight. I'll say that. It's a good fight. But I just keep thinking, yo, if Wilder don't knock this motherfucker out, he's in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble. Cause that uppercut that he put on, I know it's Simon Keane, yo. I know, but I'm just saying, if he land one of those on Wilder, I don't know, man. Like Wilder ain't been punched in his face in a long time, man. Like
But you just said Wilder's been fighting Simon Keane for the first like decade of his career. So
basically, basic shit. Guys, this worse than Simon Keane, if anything. Shit, at least Simon Keane only had like one loss. A lot of them guys Wilder fought. Shit. Got a lot of good fights coming up. We got this Bivol versus Better Beef thing. They want to do it after Ramadan next year, provided both boys take care of business. Bivol beating Lyndon Arthur. Let's not waste each other's time, bro. We don't even need to talk.
yeah, God bless Lyndon Arthur, man. Good
Yeah,
jab, but yeah, no, Bivol is gonna pick him apart. But
You're gonna pick him apart now. Now the Callum Smith fight, you know, yeah, that's
banana. This could be a banana peel, man, for real, for real.
But we win either way because if Callum wins, he takes the belts back to Matchroom. Bivol fights him there. You know, Liverpool. You know, do it in Liverpool. Homecoming fight for Callum.
Who is yard fighting next?
Oh well, I was made privy to a rumor, fellas, that the Saudis wanted Anthony to fight Dimitri on that show for $10 million. And he said no.
Good. Because he would have got his ass whooped.
It's $10 million, bro. It's $10 million. Yeah, you gonna get your ass whooped. But it's $10 million. And what he's waiting for is the winner of Buatsi versus Aziz next year.
Oh my God. So is he going over to Sky then?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, bro, you at Queensbury. How you gonna turn down 10 mil for some dudes that ain't even over there?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's low-key house cat behavior for sure. Shot at the title and 10 million.
I ain't want to come at him because I'm like, yo, this is the dude that went to Chelyabinsk, Russia for Sergey. That's some ballsy shit, right? This is the dude that fought Artur Beterbiev and gave him a good fight. I ain't want to come at him, but I'm like, yo, how you really going to turn down 10 mil? Wow. Very reliable source.
Automatic feeder. That's automatic feeder behavior.
I'm saying, bro, that's Purina non-lives behavior, bro. That's what that is. That's Meow Mix. Shout out to Mr. T. If Wilder loses to AJ and Joyce's leftovers, it will be the final nail in his coffin and his padded helmet wearing Yeah, yo, like, because the shit is, you never fought Andy, so we don't know what would have happened. You know? You and Anthony don't share that many common opponents, but Parker is one of the names on Anthony's resume that does stand out. So if you were to lose to him, yeah, that's bad,
but
bro.
Also, AJ beat Parker when he was a champion. No, this also qualify that for sure.
No, I know that. It's just that in the event that you can't get it done and you can't be, once again, you can't be who they say you are, yeah, it's over, bro. It is fucking over, bro. You can't be out here losing to Joseph Parker, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not if you the bronze bomber. Nah, son. You supposed to take care of that. And if it's one thing about them Polynesian cats, yeah, they could take a punch, man. You gotta fuck them up to get them out of there. Joe Joyce is a combination puncher, volume puncher. Wilder is not that. Joe Joyce had to beat the shit out of Joseph Parker to get him out of there. Wilder, you looking to land one punch every single round. You looking for one punch. What if you don't land it? What happens in the middle of the round? Shit. That'd be funny as shit.
And he's hoping that they fucking, just let their guard down with his telegraph feints.
Saying, bro, that'd be funny as shit if he lose that fight. The internet will explode, bro. Churches will explode with people in them.
Jesus.
Who's seen that? Who's seen the Clayton Bixby episode? He took the shit off. People has started to explode. Wilder lose that fight, bro. If Wilder loses that fight, bro, motherfuckers' heads is gonna explode, bro. Cause they getting hyped again. You know, like the mini wave is back. The Wilder fans, they coming out of hibernation. They talking shit. They're watching videos again. They're in the comments and shit. It's like, oh, y'all getting sights again, huh?
Hey, but
Y'all,
you know
y'all,
what? Hey, after they head explode though, right? And then Wilder got another excuse about his outfit hurt him before the ring. He got in the ring. Then hey, they gonna grow a new head. Like, yeah, you see, that's what happened.
that's literally what happens to when Fury beat his ass, yo, they head exploded. And as soon as he came out with some shit to say, they head grew right back. Right back. Like, yeah, yo, car battery, yo.
Yeah, like that dude from Men in Black. Like, you have an idea how much that stings?
Car battery. It was a car battery in my costume, bro. It was too heavy. Bro, you are 6'7". You shouldn't even feel that 40 pounds. Fuck is you talking about? You are 6'7", bro. And then I remember how many content creators literally tried to deny that he said that, even though Kevin Iole of Yahoo, it was an audio conversation. It's recorded. It's his voice saying that. But you still had dudes on you. Yeah, well, they didn't say that. That was a misquote. Like, yo, y'all dudes is crazy, yo. Y'all really get crazy over these boxes, bro. That's nuts, bro. Still saying that Tyson Fury cheated. They still on the glove shit too.
Oh yeah.
They still on that shit. Like, bro, you just can't accept that you wrong. You can't.
There was a dude that popped up on a Facebook group I was in, boxing group I was in, and he was talking about Fury cheated, and the knew he cheated with stacked, tapes and on his wrists or hands and shit. Like whatever, man.
I couldn't watch boxing if I was them guys, because that must mean that most of the time you miserable. All your fucking guys keep losing. Wilder got his ass beat. Errol got his ass beat. Fulton got his ass beat. Thurman is quasi-retired. Like, what are you watching for then, bro? Who you be watching for then? No motherfuckers you don't like. You know what I'm saying? What you watch?
Yeah, and now,
what's on the plate, Jules?
And Boots just became an email champ.
All right, and Boots, you would swear that Boots fights 5 times a year. How in love they are with this fucking guy, bro.
Right.
You would swear that he fight every day. Because they already in love, literally already.
You know who would be a good fight for him? Who was that welterweight that was on Top Rank last month?
Oh, last month.
Yeah. He used to be a boxer. Like, he used to fight off his back foot, but then recently he's been fighting like a pressure fighter. He's a welterweight. I think he was on Golden Boy, actually. It was either Golden Boy or Top Rank. I forget.
You talking about that dude that went over there and beat the shit out of Rocha?
Yeah, that guy.
Well, that'd be a good fight for him. Same
like
kind
that
of shit.
dude.
Same kind of shit Roman Villa though.
No. See, because look, that dude, go look at his older fights. That dude was a boxer, and he was boxing good, like on his back foot and like countering and shit. He changed his whole style up. Like, he went to Robert Garcia and changed his whole style up because he had a bad performance. Like, I think that dude is could be potentially be a dark horse, because I know that now. Like, if you watch his older fights, this dude was fighting off his back foot. Like, that was his normal style, and he was doing it well. So to me, that shows that he has layers to his game, and he's not just the same bums that Boots has been. Like, bro, Boots' box strike is exactly what's on your plate right now. Food.
Potato salad.
Like,
it's pure potato salad. Shout out to Henry. Miller gasses against Dubois and gets stopped. I don't rule it out. Bendova says happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I'll say it's okay to be excited about a young fighter, right? It's okay to, when I seen Tim Tszyu, like, yo, that's a good fighter. But I wasn't saying that he hails the moon and the stars because he beat fucking Jeff Horn, you know what I mean? Or because he beat Bo and Morgan. And that's how they are with Boots. Like, Boots will go in there and beat a over the hill top. Oh, Boots is the shit, yo. Boots is like, yo, y'all, what do you want to do? Suck his fucking dick, bro? The fuck? How are you that excited that he beat fucking Thomas Dulorme? You that excited? Fuck out of here, B.
Bro, because clearly their favorite fighters, if you line them up and think about it, all the same fans, same fighters, got all their belts without fighting actual champions.
But at least Errol fought Cal Brooks. Shit.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Like Showtime messed up though, because they already showed the world like his weaknesses, which is lateral movement. Like I think that fight with fucking Chukazian really, it really kind of like exposed him. To be honest, like not that
No,
he
it
had a
did.
terrible
No, it
performance, but it
did.
showed that he has weaknesses. So like this whole aura that he's like, oh, he's like Crawford 2.0. He's the next Roy Jones. He's Malik, like fucking Wilder's trainer was like, yeah, he's Pretty Boy Floyd level talent, and it's like,
No,
man.
listen, everybody's fucking Floyd, bro. That's
Bro, literally everybody is Floyd. Everybody is Floyd.
as soon as a motherfucker, if they even see light on the motherfucker's shoulder, just a little bit of light, and he roll it, oh, he Floyd. He's Floyd. That's how that go. Everybody's fucking, and we've had this conversation a million times. I've maintained Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson fight nothing like Floyd. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. They don't fight nothing like Floyd. They fight like Floyd. They fight like Floyd when Floyd got old, right? But when Floyd was their age, that's not how he fought.
Yeah, Pretty Boy would have stopped Edwin De Los Santos in that fight. He
Think
would
of
have made.
fucking Jorge Linares would have seen the 12th round with Floyd at 135.
Bro,
Hell no.
Romanto Cabrones, bro. He would not have made it to the 7th round, bro, with Pretty Boy.
Think of fucking George Cambodia is gonna go 12 rounds with Floyd at
No.
135. Nah, son. Y'all dudes is bugging. You bugging. But anybody who throws straight punches from the outside and rolls punches off the shoulder, parries, that's all they Floyd. They're easy. Because every fucking body is Floyd. Everybody. I would say that Floyd is better in the pocket. Definitely better in the pocket than Devin. Like by and large, that's not even
No,
like
Devin has no inside game. No
Devin.
inside.
Like Devin can only dream of being as good in the pocket as Floyd. Now Shakur, up until recently, he was decent in the pocket. He looked decent in the pocket with Conceição. He looked good in the pocket in that fight, but no, these guys ain't Floyd, man. Yeah, I just want everybody to be the second fucking coming of Floyd. Let Floyd be Floyd, bro. The same way it's not another Hagler and it's not another Tyson. It's not another Floyd, bro. It's not gonna be another one. Floyd is Floyd, and they are them.
You
Let
know
them be them.
the next guy, everyone there's gonna be like 20 carbon copies of is fucking Crawford. It's gonna be a very hard day for me when he retires because literally there's a whole generation of amateurs right now. They're all switching stances and they're all getting hit with dumb shit. They're all getting
crossing their fucking feet when they do it. They all are. Like your dog, like that's not how Crawford does that, guys. You guys are literally switching back and forth in the middle of a round. That is not what Crawford does. He'll spend a couple of rounds fighting out of a certain stance and then switch to condition the opponent. Condition the opponent to look for punches from a certain hand, from a certain angle. Y'all cats, y'all switching 2-3 times in the middle of the ring. And it's like, why are you switching? To do what?
Yeah, y'all doing the George Kambosos. Remember in the Devin Haney rematch where he was doing all that weird switching? Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Remember when Dillian White tried to fight? Dillian White, I think he used a shell in the Fury fight. That was so fucking weird. And I think he tried to switch in that fight too. I think he did some shit, some dumb shit. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Just be who
No,
you
he
are.
went out with Southpaw in the first round, and they actually did give Fury trouble, which could be a bad omen for him.
Bro, but that shit just looked weird, bro. Like, come on, dog. Come on, Dillian. Like, you breaking character, bro. But yeah, man. Shakur's kind of fucked, man. He's kind of fucked. Because he's probably not going to fight until well into next year. So from now till then, all people are going to have to talk about is how shitty he looked. I'm not even, I haven't sold my stock in him, though. I still think he's one of the best. I just got to put that out there.
I firmly believe the rumor that he was injured. I don't care what anyone says. Clown me all you want, whatever. But if I were Shakur and I wanted to get back in the good graces with people, don't fucking wait until March for a fight or May. Like, fight as soon as humanly possible and beat the shit out of that person. If you want to, like, reclaim what you are, then hurry back and show us that it was just a one night off.
But fucking Floyd was at his last fight, guys. And they saying that his contract is going to be up next year. That motherfucker wasn't there for no reason. Floyd don't give a shit about nobody. He was there on business. That's what he was there for. And I feel like Shakur, quiet as kept. Oh yeah, you was probably thinking about going to the PBC and all of that. If you do, You a fucking idiot, bro. You think they gonna give you 3 million or whatever? You think they gonna give you that shit over there, bro?
For
They gonna
right now,
put you
you
on.
have the leverage. You're the one with the network. So don't fuck that up.
Edwin had to come to you because they ain't got no money for him over there, bro. They don't got no money for their own guys. What you think? You gonna get over there? You gonna fight Javante, bro? It's people over there that can't fight Javante. Think why you think Edwin came to you? You think Frank Martin out here not doing nothing? Another fucking genius level motherfucker. Yeah, let me walk away from a mill and a title shot so I could post pictures on Instagram. Yo, this era is crazy. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Sup, chat? Happy Thanksgiving. A little contribution for the boxing Thanksgiving chat question. What are we grateful for in boxing this year? I'm going to tell you what we grateful for in boxing this year, bro. Grateful that Crawford finally whooped. You know what? We need to have that moment, gentlemen, of reflection. I'm grateful that Crawford finally got his hands on Spence and people got to realize how good he is. They try to deny it with the excuses and the way in the car. Yeah. That's not what the fuck you was saying before the fight, motherfucker. You bet against Crawford. He made y'all all look stupid. So if I'm grateful for something in boxing this year, it would be that. What are you guys grateful for?
I'm grateful for all the freaking upsets that happened this year and all the people that got shut the fuck up. It's been a great year, and I'm just reeling and just enjoying it all because we endured so much because we had our own opinions and we were right and they were wrong and they can't handle it.
What are you grateful for on this boxing Christmas, Virtuoso?
Well, I second what you said. Like, I'm grateful for Crawford whooping that ass on fucking Spence. I'm grateful that Joshua's gonna get back in the ring and has one more interim fight before he gets his hand on Waller. I'm grateful that Noah has proven that Japanese fighters are the shit. So there you go.
I'm grateful about that. Julio, what are you grateful for on this boxing Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's?
Same. Grateful for Crawford and Inoue for humiliating and making feel terrible the worst people in the boxing world. Literally the best possible thing that can happen. I revel in your misery. If you're listening to this and you're rooting for Errol Spence, I revel in your misery. I hope you're having a terrible Thanksgiving. I hope your life is in shambles. I was right and you were wrong, and you are beneath me.
And fuck you and anybody like you, you know, if you root for Errol Spence. Fuck you. Fuck everything you believe in.
That far, but
let's go. It's fucking boxing Kwanzaa. Alex, what are you thankful for on this boxing Hanukkah?
I'm grateful for Canelo going to the PBC to take out the trash because as an objective boxing fan, I can't stand when they call themselves fans, but they're really not, when they cannot appreciate one of two special fighters we get in our lives as boxing fans.
Oh, somebody just had an orgasm. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah,
I hear that.
I heard that.
It was a really big Canelo fan.
Whoa.
Somebody's up to one of y'all is up to something. I don't know who it is. I heard that.
It was a really big Canelo fan.
Hey, that's my wife, bro. She's back here dying, bro. She can't breathe. She's laughing so hard right now. She's watching her little TikToks and shit. And she like laughed at something, but she saw my mic was open and tried to like stop her. Like, bro, hey, pile on, bro. Go ahead.
It's so good. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Alfred Young. Grateful for the PBC getting exposed as a whole. You know who we should be grateful for as a joint, as a group? We should be grateful for Turkey Al Sheikh for putting that card together in December. I didn't know we was even going to get a card like that because what they were saying was they was going to get Francis out there again, maybe fight Chisora, just some type of shit like that. But that card in December, yo, that really is, it feel like a Christmas present, bro. Like, yeah, this is a good-ass card, man. And then 3 days later, we get Inouye and Tapales. So I am grateful for that, man. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh, his excellency. Shout out to him. We got Alexis in the chat. Only when it comes close is Maidana whipping Broner. Yeah, he beat the shit out of Broner. I remember that too. I remember a lot of people were let down. I was one of the only people on the block. I didn't like Broner because like I never really liked Broner because of the big bro shit. I just like, yo, you a dick eater. Like that's how I felt about Broner. Like, yo, yeah, you can box, but you a dick eater, bro. Big bro, big like, what do you look up to him or some shit? Kind of weak shit. Look up to Floyd. You want to be Floyd? I hate motherfuckers like that.
bro.
Quit the big bro shit, bro.
And Adrian Broner, like, man, for the last generation of fighters, is my number one draft pick for fucking wasted talent.
Him and I would say Leo, because there was a time when Leo was actually a good fighter. You know, when he fought Victor Terrazas, when he fought Kiko Martinez, quiet as kept. He fought Kiko years ago and beat him. You know, he used to be a decent fighter. But you know, you go all in with the PBC, and what happened to Leo, which doesn't get said, is what happened to Adonis Stevenson. There was a time when Adonis was a really, really good fighter, and he wasn't afraid to fight people, and that was when he wasn't committed to the PBC. But as soon as as soon as he went all in with the PBC, that's when the bullshit started with Adonis. And you know, with Leo, while he was with Golden Boy, when he was with Golden Boy, yeah, he was fighting people and he was willing to fight people. But as soon as they go all in with Heyman, yeah, all of that shit stopped, bro. That's when the Miguel Floreses of the world started and shit like
Yeah.
that.
So when was the last? What was the last true like career-ending beating? I think Maidana is definitely one.
Yeah.
But like, when was the last one? Was it like that dude Consacio when he beat up that Puerto Rican guy Machado?
Yeah, he beat the. Was that much? He beat up Machado. You wait. You not Conceição. That's the Brazilian.
No,
You talking about
Concio.
Concio? He
Yeah,
beat the. Yo, he 2 times if you
yeah.
remember
He
that. He
ended
won
his
2 times.
career. So when was the last like true career-ending like beat down of like a notable champion
Well,
besides Braun?
not a champ, because remember Machado wasn't. You know, is a thing.
Right,
But I
right.
would
He was like
say
a regular, but I'm saying like as
a
far as like a legit
noteworthy
world
ass
champion.
whooping, a noteworthy ass whooping. It wasn't a champion, no, but you gotta look at that Zhang and Joyce, bro. He beat the shit out of Joe, bro.
But I mean
He
like
just,
career ending. Like we don't know if it's career
well, we
ending.
don't. I mean, like it could be, bro. What's Joe gonna do now?
Yeah, bro, Spence. That low key might turn out to be a career ending ass whooping.
No, but also Josue Vargas, man. Ever since the Zepeda fight, he remember he got knocked out in one
Oh
round.
yeah,
He ain't been the
yeah.
same. He ain't been the same since
Yo, he's
that,
been
bro.
losing in and out of the ring. Can't lie there.
Who else? Who's another one who got like really got the shit beat out of them, and they just it's like it's a wrap. Like yeah, it's over. Trying to think. I know I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one. I ain't gonna say
Oh,
Fulton because
Junior
I don't.
Fall. He's back, but he's not like. Come on, he's not doing nothing.
Yo,
I think Andre Durrell done.
I mean,
well, yeah.
yeah,
But
but
he
he
was,
been done though. Like
bro.
He was sliding. He was sliding. Yeah.
He walked into the ring knocked out. Like
yeah, like yeah. I would say
like who was doing good, and then they shit just got
yeah, like they had shit going on. Like you know, they was fake hot, and then that shit just stopped. I'm trying to think. I know I'm missing somebody.
Was it Campbell after the Ryan Garcia body shot loss?
oh shit, no, the dude who Valdez knocked out. The Scorpion.
Right,
Burchell.
Burchell's got.
Oh man.
No, he fight. Listen, bro. Yeah, he be fighting that. He's still fighting, but not like nah, son. Like it's a wrap. Like you gonna step up again and get your ass whooped again, bro. It's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? He gonna step
Yeah,
up
he
again.
recently had a
Somebody gonna
fight.
fuck him. I know. I seen, but against
He
who,
looked
bro?
like shit. He looked like shit.
He don't look like how he was. The dude that fought Francisco Vargas at 130. Yeah, that's not him no more, bro. That's not him no more.
Nope.
Dude that fought
Yeah, I
Takeshi
agree.
Miura, that's not him no more, bro. His punch resistance is gone, fam. It's gone. He never gonna be that same guy that he was. I like Muratalla, man. That dude could fight. Muratalla, he had a fight a couple of days ago, I think it was. Guy's good, man.
Man, he's excellent. Pause.
He's what?
Yeah, I like Ray Muratalla.
Yeah, that dude is nice, man.
Excellent.
Like not for nothing. You know what? The guys at 135 that gave me pause, that got me excited, right? I'm tired of the Davis conversation. And I'm even tired of the Shakur shit. Like I'm tired of all that Housewives of Atlanta flow. Is Williams Zepeda? Give me 4 Williams Zepeda fights next year, please. That dude is made for TV. Can you imagine if you put George Cambosos in the ring with that man? Yo, he will beat the tattoos off that motherfucker, bro. I want
Throw him in with Frank Martin.
Frank don't want to do shit, bro. If
He
they
won't.
offered Frank a mill and a title shot and he walked away from it, why would he fight William?
Or Raymond Murataya, honestly. That's like a perfect matchup.
That dude don't want to do nothing, bro. And everybody forget that. Yeah, Shakur looked like doodle with this guy, right? But Frank looked like doodle with Hadatunia. It was a lot of people didn't even think he won that fight. He looked like shit with that dude, that Olympian dude that he fought. So I'm tired. I'm just tired of the negative. There's guys out there they could fight. They're entertaining. I hope they fight more next year. I hope we get 3-4 Murataya fights. I hope we get 3 or 4 Williams, especially William. That dude is made for TV, bro. These
Excellent. And
guys.
he's like a good boxer. Like he's not just going in there and beating people up. Like he's actually a very, very smart fighter. Like I would like to see him and Murataya mix it up. I think that's a perfect style matchup. Perfect.
There's a fight. There's a fight that Golden. I think JoJo is advocating for it because I just saw it on Instagram. What do you think about JoJo Diaz and Floyd Schofield? It's a good fight. I like that fight.
Is
Kid's
he over
young.
18 yet?
I mean, this kid's in his 20s or something, I think, right? But it's a good fight. Like, I like it as an acid test for him. You know, JoJo's a former champion. He's a southpaw. He's been in there with a lot of fucking fighters.
That's a big step up though. For Floyd
You know,
Schofield, that's actually a pretty big like Golden Boy would have some like real faith in him if they did that.
it's a good fight, though, man. But there's enough there that it's a good fight that it's like, yeah, Floyd is big. He's young. He got many good years ahead of him, whereas JoJo has a lot of miles on the odometer. But JoJo done fought a lot of people. And look, he
Oh,
went a full 12 with William.
JoJo
And he
has
didn't get
never
knocked
been
out.
easy work. Like who was he really easy work for? I think other than Williams Zepeda, to be honest. Like
Gary
uh
Russell?
nah, people had to fight. Like I feel like people had to fight him. People have to fight him, and he's a former Olympian, southpaw. Like that's a big step up for Floyd Schofield.
Wish he would stop putting that fucking peroxide in his head, bro. That shit is not cool, bro. Tired of
Oh,
that shit. Like, stop with the blonde shit, bro. What, you trying to have more fun? The fuck?
stop predating children. How about that? Stop messing with children as well.
Other shit. If Shakur leaves Top Rank, Murataya immediately becomes priority number 1 at Top Rank. I agree with you, Alexis, but it's like, also, if you were to leave Top Rank, bro, you really are a fucking idiot. Like, you would have, you
No.
would have to be just an idiot.
Yes, he would be an idiot, but also I think Keyshawn Davis would become priority after Shakur.
There's a lot of instability with him, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of instability with him. But it's just, you're going to leave Top Rank to do what, bro? To go where? To go to the PBC, who don't have a broadcast partner, so that all your fights can end up on pay-per-view and ain't nobody going to watch them shits. At the performance like that one, do you think people want to pay $80 to see your ass? No.
By the way,
The
how did his
fuck?
fight do as far as like viewership?
I haven't heard the numbers yet.
Mm.
Haven't heard the numbers yet. But it's like, yo, who the fuck you think? Bro, you was just on ESPN. They was booing you, bro. They was literally calling Vaquero during your fight. If you have it in your head, yeah, let me go to the PBC. Let me be on. Bro, ain't nobody going to buy your shits. You have a lot of and I'm not knocking them. I haven't sold my stock. But it's just, if you were to leave Top Rank, that would be a really fucking dumb move. It really would. And I'm not going to pity. After that, then I'll sell my stock. Then I'll be like, all right, yeah, Shakur, you just let him go do what he does, bro.
And you know, we all should be thankful, grateful for Top Rank, man. Constantly giving us good ass fights without pay-per-view and shit.
Yeah, because for Shakur's stinker, Conceição versus Navarrete was great. Navarrete versus Liam Wilson was great. Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez was like, yo, that dude, he
By the way,
made for TV.
I told you Conceição would make him look bad.
No, I didn't doubt that. I didn't doubt that because the caveat is Conceição's naturally bigger. He is naturally bigger. And we saw in the Liam Wilson fight what a little bit of height and a little bit of length could do to Navarrete. That it's not like Liam Wilson's the greatest guy in the world, but what he did have is that he's a taller, longer fighter than Navarrete is used to. And he's a little bit more durable than Navarrete is used to. So off of that alone, he really struggled in that fight. It was a good fight. They're talking about doing they might do a rematch, but I don't actually think they're gonna do that. I think what they're gonna do is Oshaki Foster. That's what I think they're gonna do. They signed that dude for no reason.
That was a good ass fight, man. Like the way I kind of summed it up in short is like, damn, man, Navarrete got outboxed and Conceição got beat up.
Yeah,
That
he
was-
did get beat up too.
Wait, top rank signed Oshaki Foster.
Yeah, they signed him, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, they ain't signed him for no reason either. You know what time it is. Like, if you signed him, it got to be to do a unification match. It has to be. What else is there to do? That's a good fight. I still favor Emmanuel to win that fight though. I still think this guy's got too much firepower for Oshaki. Too much firepower.
Man, I think a dominant jab is going to be the end of Navarrete. So
At 130, bro.
yeah, man, it just has too many flaws. Like he can be caught off balance. I think Conceição was turning him really well. Like I just think he has too many flaws. And against naturally bigger people, that's just going to start to show.
I think it'll
Gives
show at
Oshaki, though?
35, bro. At 35, I could see that happening. Not at 30. Them guys, I think he beats all them fucking guys, bro. All them guys. Cordina, Hector Luis Garcia, Forster. Forster's the toughest fight, though.
I think
Forster is
Cordina beats him.
Bro, come on, bro. Cordina was just struggling with Vasquez, bro.
Vasquez is a fight like him, though.
Just saying, bro. Vasquez ain't no motherfucking Navarrete, bro. He don't punch like Navarrete. He ain't awkward like
Shavkat is like a better version of Navarrete.
Bro,
Joe
are you
Cordina
out of
was really good.
out of your fucking mind?
No.
Shavkat Rakimov.
Yeah, he's a better pressure fighter. Makes less
I
mistakes.
don't agree. I definitely
And he's naturally bigger. Pause.
Ain't no bro. Ain't no motherfucking way that no motherfucking. I guarantee you this. Zelfa Barrett, he would not be able to hurt motherfucking Navarrete the way that fucking he hurt Shavkat.
Liam Wilson could.
Liam Wilson is fucking. Did you see the guy's 5'11" at 130, bro? He's
Bro,
a
Liam
fucking
Wilson's
mutant.
but he's also a scrub. I like Navarrete, but I think he's yeah. I'm betting the under in his fights because I think his style is bound to get him in trouble one day.
It is, but I don't think at this weight. Like, nah, not this weight. It will catch up. Like, I don't disagree, but it'll be at 135. It catches up, not 130. Like these dudes, like, nah, y'all dudes, nah. He'll struggle. Yeah, you'll have moments. You know, there was guys that had moments. Yeah, 126. You'll have moments, but he beats these dudes, man. He beat all these dudes, man. Too bad they can't get him all in the ring. He's not gonna get Hector in the ring, you know. Hector's fighting Lamont Roach. And we'll see how he fares. He ain't fought since he got knocked out by Javante. We'll see how
I
he
got
fares.
Hector.
Are you yo? Wait. You got Hector beating who?
Roach.
All right, I thought you had him beating Navarrete. I'm like, all right, now you trolling me, bro. You just
Nah. Hector ain't shit.
Fucking with me, bro. Hector, nah. Yeah.
Hector's head is glued on his fucking shoulders. Like he's tailor made for Navarrete. Doesn't move his head at all.
Bro, Hector always looked like he can't find the remote. His eyes is always big. He got the Batman eyebrows and shit. He always look mad and shit, bro. Calm down, Hector. Calm down. He ain't fought since Javante knocked him out earlier this year. Lamont Roach is a good fighter. I remember him. He's a good fighter. He's a serviceable fighter. But I don't know if he's going to become champion. I don't know. Then again, you know, they're trying to do a Colbert versus Rayo rematch backed by popular demand.
Oh my God. Back by popular demand. Oh my God.
That's what they doing, bro. They running out of ideas over there, bro. Like, really? Y'all gonna do that shit? Shit, if anything, you know what deserves a rematch? Colbert versus fucking Garcia, bro. Hector Garcia, run it back. You know what I'm saying? He the one fucked your shit up. But you know. And yeah, Andy, man. Andy's fucked. Andy is fucked, bro. Like, what are you gonna do, bro?
Waste of talent.
What
Fucked
the fuck?
himself.
Yeah. I mean, really? Because you could have fought Wilder if you wasn't asking for all that bread. You could have fought Fury. You know, you never know what could have happened, what could have been. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do. Like, where you gonna go, bro? It's like you could go to Matchroom. You could see about working with them to build towards something. But the way you want to get paid, you just fuck it. Cause like, dog, you want money that does not exist. You don't generate it. What you think? They just gonna throw boatloads of cash at you, bro? It's a shame, man, because it's a lot of fights that he could be in that would be really good fights, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Andy is the one hit wonder of the boxing world, I guess.
Mm, Might be time to go hit the construction site up again, Andy. 'Cause,
For for real, see if you know what I'm saying? Building any strip malls and
mm,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, dog,
And he's
like
still living off of that and then he's still living off of that Joshua knockout.
that's all he has to because well, you can't
honestly,
run around telling
bro,
people I beat Chris
his,
Ariola.
his last realistically, though, his last option is to try and chase that fucking trilogy fight at this point. I mean, what else is he gonna do?
No, it's the thing is that it's not even a. I'm not against the trilogy personally. I would actually like to see a trilogy because they both won emphatically.
What
If
else
you
can he
think
do
about it,
realistically other than
but
that? He's not
but
gonna
the
be on the December card.
you gotta work your way up, and that's the problem. He doesn't want to do that. You have to work your way up. Yeah, like you have to. What the fuck have you done since then? Chris
Mm.
Ariola and Luis Ortiz a year ago. That was a year ago.
Bro,
You
this
fought
dude has
that
gone through
fucking dude.
he's gone through like 3 weight loss journeys since his last fucking fight.
Word B.
Bro, literally like every couple months, like a picture of him goes viral. Oh, like look, Andy's not fat anymore. Like every 3 months, the same fucking thing goes viral.
Literally, it's just a fucking it's a cycle, bro. And it's like he is a talented fighter though. Like all jokes aside, he actually is. Like I don't want to knock him. Like there's a lot of people he could beat. There are, but you are in your own way, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like, bro, the way you doing shit, you might as well retire now, bro. Cause ain't nobody out here trying to give you money like that. Not really. If you build yourself
Bro,
back up, they might.
if he fights Zhang and knocks him out, like he's literally right there. He's right back at a fucking
But you
title
got
fight.
him fighting fucking Zhang, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's, bruh.
What if
Zhang
Top
might.
Rank signs Andy? They put him in there with Zhang.
Well, I mean, I think they might use Zhang. You know what? I wouldn't mind Zhang versus a Jagba. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be a good fight.
Oh, I think if Jagba gets laid over
Oh
rice.
yeah, bro. Like he gonna serve him. He gonna yeah. Like that's a gift, but it's still a good fight. You know, because it's like Frank. Frank is the one who has options on it, but Frank doesn't have nothing for him to do. Literally, like there's nobody over there that he could fight. The best thing you could do is loan him out to Bob. Bob has a couple of guys he could beat up. Could fight via Vianello, right? The Italian guy. He sucks. Put him in there with that guy. Put him in there with Put him in. Oh, Jared Anderson. That'd be nice. Yeah, I don't like his chances against Jared. I mean, Jared. I don't like Jared's chances against him. Jared been real shaky lately, so not a good fight for Jared. But yeah, yo. On that note, gentlemen, I'm gonna call it a night. I will be going live for Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron, and I will be going live for David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andre. It's gonna be a busy Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving and behave
Right.
yourselves
Have a
and be
great night.
nice.
Enjoy the itis.
And put
Thanksgiving.
your shopping carts back when you go to Walmart. Don't just fucking leave them running around in the parking lot. Right? That's not good. Y'all
Enjoy
take
your
care.
Black Friday too, man.
All right,
Have a
peace
good
out,
night,
y'all.
Jules. Have a good night, fellas.
Good night, guys.